Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, Dave. Mary Kay. Stefanski deserves another chance. He hasn't had a quarterback he wanted. I thought he picked Dylan Gabriel. Here's his quarterback he wanted, the computer whiz, and he failed at that, and just like he failed at everything else. I say we give Shador a whole season next season, and then see where everything falls with a new coach. Thank you, Dave, for taking the call. I love you, brother. You and the family be safe as always.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Fred Greetham, senior analyst for the Orange and Brown Report. Fred, we've heard that Kevin was involved in the selection of Dylan Gabriel. Again, we're not sure how involved. He had input. I understand both sides of. There's a huge segment that wants to move on from him. I get that. The offense hasn't been good, and then there's a segment that you got to tell me what we're getting into.
Yeah, it's the age-old question about how much time or how do you know if a guy is got it to be the franchise quarterback. I mean, it's so easy to give up on somebody too quickly. It's also, you got to judge by the supporting cast. I'm looking at Cam Ward and his body of work. Number one pick in the draft. His numbers are not any better than Gabriel or Sanders. Does that mean they should just chuck him to the side because they're 1-11 and he's, leading the league in sacks? And, usually when a team picks number one or number two or number three, they're really bad. And they usually get a quarterback, but they don't have a supporting cast. You could say that with the Browns. They didn't add any wide receivers last year in the offseason. And their offensive line is aging and it's catching up to them. So how do you really even judge Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders, even if they played the whole year? Because, Cam Ward's in the same situation. I don't think the Titans are going to throw him out just because his numbers aren't good as a rookie. So there's so many variables involved. It's just these guys see this stuff every day. They made the decision they like Gabriel better. I don't know if they've moved off that or not. And, both quarterbacks that got taken in the first round, Ward, his coach got fired, and Dable, his coach got fired, Jackson Dart. So, if they move on from Stefanski and Barry, who knows if the next guys would even want Gabriel or Sanders on the team. So, that's where all the variables come in. But I do think that you need to see more of Sanders. I don't even know if 5 more games, if he played the rest of the season, would be able to convince you to go ahead to not draft or look for another quarterback.